Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, bringing you the next section of this God of War 3 Chaos Difficulty video walkthrough. So here we are with the judges of the and basically right now what's coming up is going to be 3 trials, and combat based trials. So check this shit out, go up to this, pick on the pedestal, and there you go, the condemned. Defeat all the lost souls and the minions that determine their fate. So this is going to be a ton of the gay things, which are the harmless dudes, which are dead simple. If you're low on life, grab these guys, they will give you green orbs. But as you can see, there's the demon hands dragging them into the underworld. And every time the demon hands do that, it turns them into undead versions of themselves. They're still completely harmless though. They can probably grab you, but I've never been grabbed, so focus on the hands. The hands are a nuisance because they will hurt you. But once again, this is not difficult. There's no reason for this to be a challenging fight, so just do whatever you do, fight the way you fight, and just get this shit done. And just make sure you grab the guys if you're ever low on life, because I should have done that, but I forget to, because I'm like that. And just keep slamming them into the ground, kicking their ass. And I would definitely say save your magic, because there's going to be a tough fight coming up basically. Because the third trial is probably the first challenging fight of the game. It isn't anything too ridiculous, but it's going to really wake up your fighting style, because if you don't fight intelligently, you're going to get dicked. So here we go, just clean these fellas up. And there we go, that's the end of trial 1. So, trial 2, the Lost. Kill wandering souls before they are converted into Hades' army. And here we go, what happens here is these harmless geezers walk towards the fence, and the fence turns them into fucking minotaurs and various different enemies. So this is kind of interesting, this, because the minotaurs on the self, they're completely unarmored, so they're not that difficult to kill, but prioritizing the undead guys is probably better, because as you can see, when they get to the top, it turns them into soldiers that fight you and interrupt you, and the minotaur is probably going to give you some trouble. But a nice cheeky strategy for this, if you are having problems with the minotaur, is to do the L1 and circle on him, and just bash that, just keep spamming that move. He doesn't know what the fuck to do, and you can use the invulnerability frames in the animation of that move to stop anybody else from hurting you. But as you can see, it's been a while since I've played God of War, and I'm still a little rusty, so I do this the old-fashioned way. Square, square and triangle will stun him, and you can block every attack he does. So just block whenever he's near you, and just square, square, triangle in him. And just be aware of the dudes around you, because they will attack, but if you just do the square, square, triangle, you should stun them along with the minotaur, and this shouldn't be too much trouble, this one. I say it and then they all grab me. And if you do the execution kills with circle on the minotaurs, they will always give you a little bit of life. So I definitely advise doing it. And because he's unarmored, it just involves bashing circle. As soon as this guy gets armored, the quick time event changes, so be aware of that. And then you just have to mop up the rest of the soldiers, and because these soldiers don't have any kind of armor, you can press circle and press triangle and instantly kill them all. Individually, obviously. But I just use it as an opportunity to build a bit of a combo and get some mobs off them. But that's basically trial 2 done and dusted. Nothing too challenging yet. Trial 3 is where it really gets interesting. And here we go, the Chosen. Destroy everything. And here we go, it starts off with a slag Gorgon. So beat that bitch up. And ooh, I tell a lie, I've just fucking contradicted myself. This is why this fight's difficult. You've got this Gorgon bitch, and you've got those flying motherfuckers. And as I said in the last video, 2 dive bombs from those dudes will kill you, and look exactly what they're trying to do. So as soon as you finish attacking, make sure you roll out of the way, or you're gonna get hurt. But just be as intelligent as you can on this fight, get rid of all the flying dudes, and then just keep stunning the Gorgon to make sure she's not attacking you. And when she loses a significant amount of life, if you grab her, it will provoke her into doing the stare, and you can shatter her, nice and simple. Which is what you want to do now, because we've been beating her up a bit, and Minotaur's just spawned, When we do the circle kill on her, it'll send out the stone gaze as well, so that's something you want to do. And that should effectively turn the Minotaur into stone so you can deal with him dead quick. So just drag the bitch's hair and then shank her face. And there we go. Turns him to stone, make sure you shatter him really quickly. And then his buddy turns up, and a ton of them fucking flying things. So that is the only reason this is even remotely challenging. And as you can see, I didn't shatter the other Minotaur. I would really say try and shatter him regardless of what's happening. Just do your best to shatter him, because 2 Minotaurs is a bigger pain than 1, obviously. But I used my magic to get rid of the birds because they're a fucking nuisance, and then you can focus on these 2 guys. And as you can see, the Minotaurs aren't too bad when it's just you and them. Just be careful of that. Every so often they will do the elbow counter when you've beaten them up a little bit. But the cheesiest and easiest and most effective way of killing them when they're in this stage with no armor is to use that move. Just keep spamming that. There's nothing they can do. Beat them up, spam that move to interrupt them. Look what it does. It knocks them on their ass every time. There, he's about to attack me. What do? Left bumper, sorry, L1 and circle, fuck him up. No, he can do. Simple. But it's it's not as simple as it looks though. That fight is pretty challenging, so you might be there for a little while until your skills get up to what's going to be needed of you on this difficulty. But once you've killed them, run over to the save point and you can carry on with the rest of this. So there we go, nice quick save. Then when you come back over here, you step on the plate, and it shows you what these judges do.
Gods of Olympus and Order of Zeus, we are the 3 judges.
And you notice the blue onyx on the chain. That is something that you're going to see throughout this game, but you're not going to understand until a certain moment. So don't worry about it right now. It'll make sense in time.
It falls to me, King Minos, to make the final decision.
And I probably should have trimmed this cutscene out, but I suppose it explains something that regards to the game itself, as opposed to just fucking Zeus chin-wagging through his giant beard. So there that you've done that, you see the gate opened up on the right. And if you run across there, you can get, I think it's your life back. Let's see what the chests are, if you need it. So we have a life chest or a magic chest. That's a choice chest, so depending on what you've lost, use it accordingly. And this one over here is just going to give you orbs when you when you open it correctly. And go through this portal, and once you're through this portal, there you go, you teleport onto this upper tier. And it's just a case of doing a bit of exploring if you want to look for cheesy chests like I'm about to do. Look at that, couple of pots. And progressing around. Oh, there we go. So you can't do anything with that blue crystal, so there's no real point in coming around this area. There isn't any chests. I was assuming there might have been some sneaky stuff to find, but there's not. And you'll notice there's some glowing there, some glittering on the screen with like fairies. That basically means once you get the head of Helios, there's a secret there, but that's another mechanic that I'll explain when you get. Only those found worthy may pass into the paradise of Elysium, which is the Greek heaven, if you don't know. Tartarus is the Greek hell, Elysium is the Greek heaven. So cruise around here, you'll notice the pots and the pans, make sure you smash them, and straight away you can see these Minotaurs walking towards you, and somebody's conveniently placed those bladed bramble pots that work as bombs basically. So charge your bow, fire at them, and it'll explode and do some damage. But be very careful, because the Minotaurs like to rush you. But once again, these dudes have no armor, so they're highly susceptible to the grab move, and you can stun them. You can block every attack they do, and the square triangle will bounce them if you can get them on the floor. So feel free to do that. Square triangle, there he goes, it stuns him. That was a little sloppy by me, because he gets a 2-hit off on me, and as you can see, these guys do a lot of damage. So just focus on one till you get that symbol, make sure you execute him because you will get life back. And just be aware of your surroundings, because this game, I say this game is fair because you can block almost everything and you never get grabbed. If you were playing Ninja Gaiden 2 and you were surrounded by enemies holding your block, you would be so fucking dead, you would be practically history before you even were born, because that game punishes you for blocking. This game, if you block, you are safe unless the enemy you're fighting has a move to get through it. And if they have a move that goes through the block, you're gonna tell, because he's gonna rear up like he's got a bad case of hemorrhoids, and he's gonna come down super fucking loud and super heavy. Or it'll involve some kind of breath attack, because that seems to be the pattern. But once you've dispatched the two Minotaurs, just move along here. As you can see, there's various different areas. There's no real secrets around this area that we can interact with at this moment in time, so smash the ports and carry on across here. Jump across the gap with the wings of Icarus, or you will fall and die. Open the chest, and then cruise across here. There's a couple more pots, and there's probably going to be a cutscene that I'm going to trim out. Because when you come across here, I believe, here we go,
Father?
Introduces you to Pandora, but I'm like, fuck this shit, let's skip this dog shit.
Oh,
You are not my daughter.
Well, I thought
no. But I know who
I
you
skipped
are.
this, but apparently not.
They said you would come.
So yes, Kratos has got daughter problems, Pandora's got daddy problems, it's a match made in heaven, and it's the most ridiculous fucking storyline narrative angle I've ever seen. So there we go, cutscene's practically over.
Coward. So eager, Kratos.
I say practically over. Right. It does a nice little zoom in, zoom out crane shot, and shows us that there's this giant chain that allows us to get to the other side of the platform. So smash the pots, and I'm gonna backtrack all the way because I saw, yeah, don't do this. This has absolutely no meaning unless you're coming back to destroy the crystals, and we can't do that yet. But I was unsure as if I could have got something like a Gorgon Eye or something like that. So yeah, don't come down here. Carry on across the chain that you've just seen, and it will progress you to the next section of the level. But I came down just to double check, and as you can see, absolutely nothing. So means nothing to you till the end. So climb back up, go back to where we sparked the cutscene, and that's where we need to progress. So fly across. And right now, when you jump on this chain, you'll notice something. Look how close the camera is. The camera's zoomed in that close, and that tells you right now you're not going to be fighting anybody. I can almost guarantee that. Because the camera isn't functional. It's a little bit more functional now, but because it's zoomed, there you go, no combat. But this is coming to the end of the video, so once again, thank you guys for checking out my walkthroughs. Stick with them, help me get as many views as you can, you're fucking awesome. And y'all take care now.